Networking and marketing made simple is for you, the business owner who has a product, a service, or a message that you believe in. My name is Scott Aaron, and each week we'll take a behind-the-scenes look into the real-world marketing and networking tactics and strategies for getting what you have in front of you to a lot more people. Thanks for spending time with me, and now let's get started. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Networking and Marketing Made Simple. Super excited for today's episode for a number of reasons. Number one, when I get to interview other obviously successful entrepreneurs, it's something that I love sharing with all of you from all the feedback that we continue to get. Number two, what this individual teaches and what they are known for is one of my favorite words in the entire world. And that is accountability. And without accountability, obviously, there is no progression. And I am for those that have been listening to this podcast for the last 4+ years, Nancy and I are big believers in accountability, whether it's coaching with someone, consulting with someone, being in a mastermind or group coaching program. Accountability really is what drives people forward. And she runs a really fun accountability group. Background in television, which we're going to get into, but also a successful coach for 5+ years and really honing in on that power offer that people have and, really positioning themselves in a category of one, because again, there's a lot of things to offer out there. There's a lot of things that people are pushing out there, and making sure that what you're offering is the right thing to offer and of high value. So with that behind us, Carla Cherry, welcome to today's episode.
Thank you so much, Scott, for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
Absolutely. So before we kind of dive into the things that you're doing now, what I always like to know, and my audience for that matter likes to know, is what do you feel was the catalytic moment for you where the light bulb was turned on from the years in corporate television to saying, you know what, I want to start coaching people, and that has led you on the path that you're now currently on?
Yeah, 100%. So I kind of got burned out at a point. I was working 14, 16 hours a day. I was driving, would be in the car anywhere from, on average 2 hours a day in the car, just to and from work, sometimes more. And quite honestly, I had a teenager at home, and I was like, oh, I need to be around. And so I kind of took a year. I took a year off just to figure out, okay, what do I want to do? What do I really want to do? Because I had hit some serious success in TV. And during that year, I just started studying. I found out, started peeking around online, going, what's happening online? People are having these very successful businesses from their homes. And I just started studying and almost gave myself a master's degree, course after course. I just got addicted to it, honestly. And then I started, I was also helping people on the side. And what really did it for me was the health coaches. I help a wide variety of people. But at that point in time, it was, around 2017, coaches had gone through traditional routes, medical routes. They were told, you have this, you're not going to live, or you're going to live with this thing forever. And then they came home and they decided to figure out, okay, that's just not going to work for me. And they healed themselves. And then they decided to bring their healing modalities to other people who had those same conditions. It was really those people that really sparked my interest. Like, this is actually life-changing stuff, literally. And at that time, coaches were afraid to even talk about their own journey. And I was like, whoa, I'm going to help you figure out not only how to talk about your own journey, but how to reach your potential clients, because these modalities are literally life-changing. Like, I could do all kinds of cool stuff on TV, but this is actually really affecting people's lives. So that was the moment where I just got hooked, and also the gratitude that came from everybody, for just helping them convey their value, figure out how put together their offer, figure out how to get it out there. They were just so grateful because they were so good at what they did and knew, but they didn't know how to sell it. So that was really the moment.
Looking back on, your days in television to everything that you're doing now, what would you say is the biggest attribute that you learned in your prior experience that you were able to leverage and bring into what you're doing now?
100%. So it actually precedes TV. So I'm going to go back. When I was in my 20s, I had a company. I graduated, I got a degree in film and television, and then I got married and pregnant early. And I thought my life is over. Oh my God, I'm going to die. I'm in my hometown raising my kid. Everybody in my mind was famous in LA, like from my graduating class. And I was like, I had a choice where I was working two jobs. Okay. And then I decided I've got to do this, whatever I've got to create my own business, and I'm going to create my business. I'm going to make it work because working two jobs is just not happening, and motherhood, it's just not happening. So I created my own business, and I did wedding videos because I was in a destination town, and I felt sorry for myself. Like, oh my God, I can't believe that, everybody's famous and doing these lavish, successful careers in TV. And here I am, like editing wedding videos. My life is over. But then what I realized was when my daughter turned 8, I said, forget it. I'm moving to LA. I can't do the small town thing anymore. I'm going to figure it out. Editing videos was the thing that got me in every door in LA. The skill of editing, because I could, a lot of people want to produce, a lot of people want to direct, but they didn't have a skill yet. But that skill got me into every single job. They're like, oh, you can write and you can produce and you can edit, you're hired, right? So what was interesting is I say that because that that mentality now tied into what I'm doing now, which is the accountability group, is, and I was just talking about this today with somebody, is the gold is in the action. It's not in the what I'm going to be when I grow up. It's not I'm going to, there's this huge gap where a lot of people are and where they want to be. And it's literally in the arena is where you get the gold. And I would have never known that. I would have never, ever in my wildest dreams realized that the editing was going to crack open every single door in television. But that got me on this path, like, just get into action. And so even up to the point where I was hired at Larry King's, I was working at Larry King's production company. And there was a guy ahead of me and a guy ahead of him. And then the boss. And like Larry King was the host, right? So also part boss, but mainly host. And so the top guy for the show that we were doing was very difficult. And the two people above me couldn't hang. I mean, we're talking an extremely difficult guy. And so I just got into action. So when you ask that question, it's like the thread that goes all the way through is just jump into action and just do it. And so when I got the job at Larry King, I literally just started doing the job. Like, they were hiring people. I saw them. I mean, they were interviewing people to be hired for the two people that were above me. And I literally just started doing the job. I got interviews together. I just started hanging out in the green room of his other show. And I just literally started doing the job. So then they said, what are you doing? And I said, I'm producing. And they were like, well, okay, well, what do you have? And I said, well, I've got these shows lined up. Do you want me to do it or not? And then they said, sure. And then I got it. So I got the job. So you asked, what is the thing? The thing is action that goes from all the way back to wedding videos, all the way up to Larry King and now. And it's like with my clients and with the player, I call them players because we're playing a competitive game. When they come in, I just say, look, don't try to do it perfect. You're not going to get it perfect. No one gets it perfect the first time, no matter what they're doing, whether it's visibility, whether it's up leveling, no matter what, just jump into action.
Now, being an action taker myself, I know the power of that. People ask all the time, how do you guys keep achieving your goals and growing and scaling? It's because, we set our mind on something and our eyes on something, and we take action around it, and things start to happen.
100%.
What do you feel? Because now you're on both sides of it. You were an action taker in the corporate side of things, and you're mimicking that as an action taker on the entrepreneurial side of things.
Yep.
Working with entrepreneurs and coaching people as long as you've been coaching them, what do you feel people struggle most with when it comes to their power offer? Because you can call it a power offer, you can call it a signature offer, you can call it your, ideal business proposition, word it any way you want.
Sure.
From the people that you've worked with and how you help individuals, what's the big problem or maybe key area that they're missing that's not enabling them to acquire new clients?
A couple things. A lot of them are taking on too many clients. They're saying yes to the wrong people. They're in the habit of saying yes just because they think that every single job is money, and that is, you can't turn down money, right? So what they're not realizing is when you take on difficult clients or you take on jobs that you really actually don't want to do, even if it's just a part of it, the energy messes up the your whole vibe, your whole synergy, right? So it's very important when people come to me and I say, one of the first things I do is I say, like, let's look at your stuff. Let's look at what you love. Let's look at your favorite clients. Let's look at what you don't like doing and which tasks you don't want to do anymore. And I give them permission. And I say that because so many people come from in the box training. They come from corporate, and in the box training starts from school. Like, it starts from elementary school. Like, you're taught to get the grade, get the check mark, move. You're taught to perform for someone outside of you. So you're not really, from a very early age in this country, we are not taught to trust our own opinions. We're not taught to trust our own intuition and really to give ourselves permission to do what we want. It's crazy. So a lot of what I do is help people unlearn the in the box training, give themselves permission to create the job that they want to do, and sit back and say, let's build the job of your dreams. Let's stop doing anything that you don't want to do, and let's only do the things that you want to do. Let's figure out exactly who you want to serve. Let's fall in love with our clients. Like, you're hanging out with them all day. Like, you only pick clients that you want to hang out with, that you want to become, like, that you would be besties with, because you're spending most of your time with those people. And let's figure out who those people are, and then shave off the stuff that you don't want to do, contract it out. Definitely don't do anything you don't want to do. And then let's start there. So that's what we start there. So part of it is just the unlearning, really giving them permission to do what they want, what they love. And then beyond that, it's, I tell people, you have a core problem that you want to solve, and then you solve all the satellite problems around that one core problem, but don't solve 3 core problems. Don't solve 2 target clients, right? Just 1 target client, 1 core problem, and then nail all the satellite problems around that core problem, so that you've thought of things that even your client hasn't thought of. And then really dive deep into figuring out exactly what their desires, fears, wants, hidden fears are. You got to know your target client like the back of your hand, like your sister. And then you just do that over and over again. You rinse and repeat, and you get better and better and better and better, and make more money and more money and more money, and you have more fun.
What do you feel has been most gratifying for you moving over from what you did in television to now working with people the way that you are, not just one-on-one, but in your accountability group? What has filled you the most in doing everything that you're doing now?
Well, again, the gratitude that people have when you can help them with make their stuff click, make it work, help them really set them up for success. Just the gratitude that comes back, like, it's heartwarming. Like, I really, really appreciate the gratitude that comes from my clients. That's number one. Wait, what was your question? Repeat it. Sorry.
What's been most gratifying, from everything that you're doing now?
Yeah, okay, so that's number one. And then secondly, now with the accountability group is I get to look at somebody's potential and say to them, you're going to shine. In this 90-day container, you're going to self-actualize. This is a space where you get to set your set point to new heights, and I'm going to help you figure out how to um, just do concerted efforting, just short spurts of concerted effort daily and nail your consistency game so that you will hit your 30, 60, 90-day goals. And in that process, you're going to be fully supported by the group because I handpick the people that come in. It's very invitation only, and everybody has to have the right attitude, be positive people, team players, and have a lot of drive. So you're going to be surrounded by positive people, team players with a lot of drive, right? And you're going to get to self actualize and blossom and shine for who you actually are and in your business. So it's not just like up leveling your business, you're up leveling yourself at the same time. And so what's gratifying is I get to watch people like June, who has always been she's always been the support team for somebody else, right? Even outside of corporate. She's always been like the support team. And I'm like, it's your turn. Let's go. And so within the group, she's literally changed her title, completely changed her model because she's, honing in, and it's a organic process. It's like a diamond doesn't become a diamond overnight, right? Like it's an organic process to like shave off the layers of the things that you don't want to do, really go after things you want to do, and be present and show up daily for yourself. And in that process, you're signaling to the world what you want to do, and you're getting the energy back. And then you just keep shining brighter and brighter, brighter. So what's most gratifying is just really holding space for people to self-actualize for their lives and their business.
So obviously you help other people achieve, their 30, 60, 90-day goals. And as we wind down 2022 into 2023, what are Carla's big goals for this coming year, and what is she looking to achieve?
Yeah, I just want to grow this group. I want to, right now we're at 18 people. In December, we're going to be at 24 to 25 as of right now. So that could change because we're not even midway through November, but I'm going to hit 50 players minimum in this group. That's my goal, just like stay at, at least that be the minimum and even go higher than that. So that's my main goal, is just to grow this group and to produce rock stars. I joke that I went from producing shows to producing coaches, and it's just I absolutely love it. Like I just want to put like I want to create a space where people can come and like literally just like shine, and what that does is that brings their gifts and their talents to the world, and there's a massive ripple effect. Like there's something crazy that happens when you up level yourself. Like you up level the people around you. I mean, I'm sure you guys get that. You've seen that already happen in your lives. Like there's a ripple effect. So that's that. That's my main goal. And then of course I have like some material goals that I'm very interested in. And then at some point, I want to write a book. So that's in the near future as well.
Awesome. I love that. So before we wind down to my final question, why don't you tell the
Yeah,
audience a little bit about this accountability group, what it entails, how it's
sure.
structured, who it's a good fit for, and how people can find out more about it.
Awesome. Thank you for asking. So the accountability group is structured, it's a 90-day container. So we set 30, 60, 90-day goals. The first 30 days, you are setting your goals and changing your habits. So it takes 21 days to change a habit. We're rounding up to 30. You're really getting new habits established. You're second and hitting your goals at the same time. And then you have your 60 to 90-day goals. So the group, we meet daily. We meet in a digital office space. So it's not the metaverse, it's the metaburbs. I call it the suburbs of the metaverse. like we're creating Brooklyn in the meta world. Um, and so we meet in a digital space. We juice each other up every single morning. Like we practice output and outreach. We're playing on LinkedIn. We're bringing in weekly experts. So you're going to learn how to really crush your LinkedIn game. And you know something about that. And I'm excited to bring you in and very, very excited for that. And so it's output, outreach, and visibility. And so this is really for it's for entrepreneurs, coaches and consultants, founders, B2B, B2C, really anybody, any entrepreneur who is ready, just ready. They're uncomfortable plateauing and staying where they are. They're at a place in their life where they are ready to up their game, and this is upping their game in life as well as business because they go hand in hand, right? It's about crushing your consistency game and achieving your goals in a group. So we're looking for positive people, team players, and people that have just a lot of drive. You're not afraid of healthy competition, and you're a little bit scared. It's good if you're a little bit scared. You got a little bit of butterflies going on. That is actually a good sign. That means you're about to rocket. You're about to launch the 2.0 version of yourself. And so to get in touch with me, it's really direct message me. You can find me on LinkedIn. That's the best place because that's where we're playing. Just message me on LinkedIn, Carla Cherry, and we'll have a conversation. It starts with a conversation because it's an interview process. We just got to make sure that you're a right fit and we're a right fit for you. And we go from there.
Wonderful. So, Carla's URL of how to connect with her on LinkedIn will be in the description of this episode. So you're not going to have to travel too far in order to find it. And also grateful and honored to be featured in your group and looking forward to meeting all the wonderful people that you actually have in that group. Now, final question before we sign off. What does success truly mean to you?
Success truly means to me that you are completely and 100% free in your mind and at peace. So you are not, to me personally, I'm not answering to anybody. I am creating my own systems. I am creating my own path. I am achieving goals. I'm achieving the goals I want to achieve. And I'm also a well-rounded person, healthy wise, exercise, food wise, and also connected to my higher power and know who's actually in charge, which is not me.
Love that. It's, living life on your own schedule, on your own time, spending it with who you want, when you want, whenever you want, wherever you want. So
that's right.
Carla, loved everything that you shared today. Just grateful and honored to connect with you today and looking forward to collaborating in the future. I just really appreciate you and all the knowledge that you shared today. So thank you again so much for being here today.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate the opportunity. I'm so excited to be connected with you.
Absolutely. So everyone, as always, wherever you're listening to this to and from, leave us a rating and review. Let us know what you loved most about this episode. So everyone, please enjoy the rest of your days, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much again for checking out today's episode. And if you are listening through iTunes, Spotify, wherever you are, please leave me a rating and review. Let me know what you loved, what you would like to see improved, or ideas you have for future episodes. And if you are interested in taking your business to the next level, don't hesitate to go to my website, www.scottaaron.net, where you can schedule a free discovery call with me, where I can learn more about you, your business, what you're struggling with, and how we can work together. And don't forget to check out my wife, Nancy, and mine, our free community on Facebook called LinkedIn Leads for Life. We would love to see you in there. Have a great rest of your day. And thank you, everyone, for your support. Grateful for each and every one of you.